little more than 114 million people live in Ethiopia. However, there are fewer than 3,400 ultra-high net worth people. Ethiopia is a nation of riches for many despite having the 29th lowest living standards and economic richness in Africa. In terms of individual wealth, it comes in fourth. Private wealth in Ethiopia was expected to be $57 billion in 2020, which is $33 billion less than Kenya's $90 billion and $1 billion more than Ghana's number. Few billionaires, many multimillionaires, and 3,200 ultra-high net worth persons reside in Ethiopia. With a GDP of $108 billion, the regional economy ranks 6th on the African continent, just behind Algeria. Politicians make up a sizable portion of the richest people in the nation. Even though Ethiopia is classified as one of the developing countries in the world, there are still rich people who are living and enjoying life as the Westerners do. They have such an amount of money because of connections with the politicians and a stable business that takes the supplies from the country and sends them to other places. Today we have compiled for you a list of the top 25 wealthiest families in Ethiopia. Let's kick things off. 25. The Samuelsson family. Marcus Samuelsson is an Ethiopian-born Swedish-American celebrity chef, restaurateur, and television personality. He is the head chef of Red Rooster in Harlem, New York. Kasahan George Seji was born in Ethiopia. Seji, his father, is a priest in the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church. He was 3 years old when his mother passed away due to a tuberculosis pandemic. Samuelsson and his older sister Fantaye were separated from their family during the upheaval of the Ethiopian Civil War, which started in 1974, as described in Samuelsson's interview with Anthony Bourdain. The siblings were later adopted by Leonard and Anne-Marie Samuelsson, who worked as geologists and homemakers in Gothenburg, respectively. The siblings' names were changed to Marcus and Linda Samuelsson. They also have an adopted sister, Anna Samuelsson. His biological father, Seji, the father of 8 others, still resides in the Ethiopian village where Samuelsson was born. Samuelsson studied at the Culinary Institute in Gothenburg, Sweden, where he was reared, after becoming interested in cooking through his Swedish maternal grandmother. In 1994, he arrived in the U.S. to work as an apprentice at restaurant Aquavit after serving as a trainee in Switzerland and Austria. Samuelsson is married to the model Gate Maya Hale. Their wedding was in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. They live in Harlem with their son. He also has an older daughter. On the 4th of December, 2021, the Samuelssons announced they are expecting a daughter to be named Grace Ethiopia in 2022. Samuelsson serves on the board at City Harvest and serves as co-chair of the board of directors for Careers Through Culinary Arts program. He also has been a UNICEF ambassador since 2000, and he and his wife are the co-founders of the Three Goats organization. He has an estimated fortune of $6 million. 24. The Kasahan family. Tawandros Ashanafi, known professionally as Teddy Afro, is an Ethiopian singer-songwriter. Known by his revolutionary songs and political dissent sentiment, Teddy is considered one of the most significant Ethiopian artists of all time. Teddy has had a huge cultural impact on the Ethiopian music industry and has been a big influence on many young artists. Tawandros Ashanafi was born in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia on 14 July 1976 to a singer and songwriter Ashanafi and dancer Tilie Arage. Tawandros is of ethnic Amhara descent. Despite involving with the entertainment industry, his parents discouraged him to pursue his music career. On 22 August 2014, Teddy released B70 Daraja, with 9.1 million views on YouTube within 2 years. The music video set in 1970 themed black and white scenarios in Ethiopia, including several monuments and places. Teddy's 5th album, Ethiopia, was officially released on 2 May 2017, reached the top of the Billboard World Albums chart in that month, at which time more than 600,000 units had been sold. Teddy lives in Addis Ababa. He got married to Ethiopian actress, model, and producer Amlisset Muchi on 27 September 2012. They have 3 children. He has a personal net worth of $16.7 million. 23. The Kabode Family. Laya Kabode is an Ethiopian-born model, maternal health advocate, clothing designer, and actress. She has appeared on the cover of Vogue 3 times. Kabode has served as the WHO's ambassador for maternal, newborn, and child health since 2005. She is estimated to be worth $18 million. Kabode was raised in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, where she was born. She is of Amhara descent. With 4 brothers, she is the only daughter in the family. She was seen by a film director while she was enrolled at Lycée Gebre Mariam, the institution where she acquired fluent French, and he connected her with a French modeling agency. She relocated to France after completing her education in order to seek employment with a Parisian agency. Later, Kabode moved to the US, first to Chicago and then to New York City. In 2005, Kabode was appointed as WHO Goodwill Ambassador for Maternal, Newborn, and Child Health. She then founded the Laya Kabode Foundation, whose mission is to reduce maternal, newborn, and child mortality in Ethiopia and around the world. The organization funds advocacy and awareness-raising projects, as well as provides direct support for low-cost technologies, community-based education, and training and medical programs. In one health center that the foundation works with, hospital deliveries rose by over 50% in 12 months. In 2000, Kabode married Ethiopian hedge fund manager Cassie Kabode. They have 2 children together, their son Suhol and daughter Ray. As of 2007, the family resided in New York City. The couple separated in 2013 and divorced in 2015. 22. Hermes Melga and Family. The Melgas are the family of the Ethiopian economist and businessman Hermes Melga. Hermes was born in Ethiopia, but emigrated to the US in the 1970s to further his studies. Hermes completed his education in the United States by earning an MBA in finance from Boston University, an MA in international economics from the Graduate School of Economics at Boston University, and a BA in economics and political science from Amherst College in 1980. Before moving back to Ethiopia in 1996, he worked as an investment banker for 12 years in the US. Since then, he has founded a number of businesses, including Highland Springs Mineral Water, Zemin Bank, and Access Real Estate. Hermes believed himself to be the last person on Earth to leave his prosperous life in the US and return to Ethiopia before actually doing so. But when his wife insisted that he must at least spend a week in Ethiopia, this had to change. When the life-changing choice to relocate to Ethiopia was made, what was supposed to be a 1-week visit to Ethiopia turned into a stay of several months. Hermes and his family had to sell his 8,000-acre home in Los Angeles during the roughly 1 year and 3-month-long process of moving back. When discussing his way of life, Hermes emphasized the value of maintaining good health in order to live longer. In addition to being a regular gym-goer, Hermes revealed his diet secret for looking so young at 63. Hermes' secret to looking young is his restriction to 1 meal a day in terms of eating habits. Yoshinori Osumi, a Japanese scientist who won the 2016 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine, is mentioned by Hermes to bolster his assertion. His scientific breakthrough, autophagy, which is Greek for self-eating, showed how starvation encourages cells to recycle their contents. Hermes is worth around $20 million. 21. Mohamed Turai and Family. In 1954, Mohamed Turai founded Turai Chinese Commodities, which he eventually renamed Turai plc. The business has been functioning in Ethiopia for more than 60 years and is well known for its expertise. Mohamed Turai has now long joined his ancestors, yet his business is being run by 6 of his family members. The Turai business empire is involved in the import, distribution, and setting up of both small and large-scale manufacturers of construction materials, machinery, and hardware. The Turai family has numerous businesses, including a cement mill, a packaging and printing business, and an aggregate manufacturing facility. Mohamed Turai at the time of his passing was worth over $45 million. 20. Akiko Ambe and Family. The majority shareholder of the 2001 founded Orchid Business Group is Akiko Ambe, the late and well-known contractor Sam Ambe's daughter. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, the Woldia Railway, as well as numerous additional foundation works and highways, are among the highly valuable projects for which Orchid Business Group has government contracts. Additionally, Akiko's Orchid Business Group rents out construction equipment and also operates spas, gyms, and logistics projects. A recent agreement for the development, management, and construction of a solar power producing facility in Suhara was to be signed between Akiko and the Italian Enel Green Power. Akiko's deal with the EEB, or Ethiopian Electric Power, would make her the first Ethiopian to build a privately owned and operated solar plant in the country. She has an estimated net worth of over $60 million. 19. Kema Kedama and Family. When he was still a young man, Kema Kedama founded the self-titled K8 PLC in 1976. Kedama started selling acrylic yarn and other products that were in high demand throughout Ethiopia by cleverly utilizing the trading heritage of his family. As his business expanded, Kedama began dealing with nearby nations, and KK started its meteoric rise to become one of Ethiopia's biggest corporations. Kema was first involved in the commerce of blankets, sweaters, carpets, and comparable goods. The company became a corporate entity in 1992 as a result of its rapid expansion. Kedama started distributing locally produced items across Ethiopia, exporting agricultural goods, and importing and selling goods. Kedama would also start producing acrylic yarn and blankets, working in real estate development, and running a transit and forwarding business as part of its ongoing expansion strategy. He is a true businessman at heart who overcame modest beginnings to become one of the wealthiest Ethiopians. He has an estimated net worth of over $80 million. 18. Eskenderzuti and Family. Eskenderzuti is a civil engineer who received his education in Germany and now practices up there in his native Ethiopia. Eskender had already achieved success in Germany before establishing his business there. His German company rose to tremendous heights thanks to lucrative government contracts and the capacity to effectively finish them. Eskender has advised on and oversaw numerous sizable road and bridge projects in Ethiopia that are a source of pride for Ethiopians. He and his business have won numerous awards for their work on numerous projects around Ethiopia, including the exquisitely designed Bol Road Wallo Sefer overpass. Numerous Ethiopian construction companies now work differently as a result of Eskender's focus on quality. He has received recognition for closely collaborating with the Chinese. Eskender has also received recognition for being one of the top engineers who has benefited Ethiopia from the Ethiopian Roads Authority and the Addis Ababa City Roads Authority. He has an estimated net worth of $120 million. 17. Suhara Khan and Family. Suhara Ismail Khan, a prominent businesswoman from Ethiopia, is in charge of a Jijiga-based commerce enterprise with thousands of employees, hundreds of vehicles, and her airline, Suhara Airways, a Somalian charter carrier founded in 2009. Ethiopia is the world's leading market for cat thanks to Khan's control over more than 50% of its sales. Cat is a leafy green plant that primarily grows in Northeast Africa, the Arabian Peninsula, and among expatriate populations from these areas. It contains two major stimulants. Cat contains the alkaloid cathinone, a stimulant which is said to cause excitement, loss of appetite, and euphoria. She left the company in 2010, giving her sons control of her empire. But after the organization suffered losses of up to $1 million in a short period, she came back to run her firm. Her organization reported daily cat sales of between 30 and 40 tons in 2011. She is worth an estimated $200 million. 16. Ali Shifa and Family. Ethiopia has an ideal climate for growing coffee. Thus, Omar Ali Shifa's establishment of the coffee industry there was a smart business decision. He is the main figure behind Najit International, a company that deals in exporting premium coffee to other nations. Because the majority of the coffee produced here is exported, this agricultural firm became well known. This business expanded into additional agricultural fields so that it might prosper in all directions. Since the business has rivals, it is no longer making as much money as it formerly did. His current net worth is $500 million. We have seen 10 of the richest families in Ethiopia so far. Please take some time to subscribe to our channel and like this video before we continue. 15. Teskel Berhan Ambe and Family. Teskel Berhan Ambe started his ascent to fame in 1993 when he registered himself as Teskel Berhan Ambe Construction plc with an initial capital of $185. The business currently employs over 2,500 people and has a dozen contracts with a total value of around $186 million. Teskel Berhan also built Edna Mall, which contains a contemporary theater and is one of only 2 nations in Africa to receive Hollywood films as soon as they are released. His business, TACON, was also the first construction firm in Ethiopia to be accredited by the International Organization for Standardization. One of Ethiopia's wealthiest persons and a leader in his field is Teskel Berhan Ambe. He has an estimated net worth of over $600 million. 14. Tashida Tufa and Family. Tashida Tufa walked 5 miles each way to and from school every day as a young child in Ethiopia. He currently oversees Metropolitan Transportation Network, or MTN, a multi-million-dollar business that transports daily more than 15,000 Minnesota kids to their respective schools, field trips, and other locations. MTN started off simply with a single van, but with Tufa's excellent negotiating abilities, he helped the company expand rapidly. One of 14 siblings, he grew up working on a farm with the others. After graduating from college, he worked as a teacher before moving to America in 1992. Prior to starting his own business with MTN, he worked as a dishwasher, security guard, factory worker, and shuttle driver, frequently working multiple jobs at once. In his words to the Voice of America, when a person is free, you can do anything. So be grateful for what you have, work really hard, and let go of the false pride we have back home that says that if you have a college degree, you must be in a profession and cannot clean the dishes or dig potatoes. Work is work, and go out there and do what is available. Be proud of it. Employing hundreds of Minnesotans, MTN is committed to developing and rewarding the talents of its employees, some of whom have gone on to start their own successful businesses. As an inspiration and as a mentor, Tufa has helped make the American dream possible for others. Tufa has an estimated net worth of $750 million. 13. Bethlehem Alamou and Family. Bethlehem Alamou is an entrepreneur from Ethiopia who founded and serves as executive director of Solarables, an international brand of shoes with headquarters in Addis Ababa. Solarables was established in 2005. After being named the fastest growing African shoe brand in 2014, Solarables shoes were distributed in more than 50 nations as of 2016. Alamou started Solarables as a method to combine the artistic creativity of her Ethiopian community with the traditional Barabasso recycled tire shoe. As a result, footwear that is completely unique and inspired by an ethos of ethical manufacture, sustainable materials, and maximum comfort was created. The group is on track to control 500 Solarables branded retail outlets worldwide and produce $1 billion in revenue by 2028 after the inauguration of its 22nd branch in Hamburg's Hip Street Poly district. She has an estimated net worth of $830 million. 12. Bosue Hubizanu and Family. The founder and chairman of East African Holding, sometimes known as EAH, a significant industrial group in Ethiopia, is Bosue Hubizanu. The company was founded as an operating holding for subsidiary businesses working in a variety of industries, including the production of fast-moving consumer goods, agriculture, agro-processing, printing and packaging, transportation, real estate, and coal mining. With more than 6,000 permanent and temporary employees, the organization has developed into one of the major employers in the nation. Over 100 goods are produced by EAAT, which also offers transportation and distribution services to external clients and subsidiary businesses. In addition to his ownership stake in the group, Hubizanu also has control over a number of other businesses, including Hubizanu Investments plc, East African Agri-Business plc, Cosmor East Africa Business plc, East African Group plc, East African Tiger Brands plc, Ethio Asia Industries plc, National Cement SC, and East African Coal Mining Corporation plc. He has an estimated net worth of over $1 billion. 11. Tawandros Ashanafi and Family. Tawandros Ashanafi is an entrepreneur from Ethiopia and the CEO of Southwest Energy, an oil and gas exploration and production business with headquarters in Addis Ababa, the nation's capital. The prominent business entrepreneur played a critical part in the transformation of the Ethiopian energy sector, in addition to serving as the CEO of Southwest Energy, Ethiopia's first and only indigenous oil and gas company. He is the chairman of Southwest Development, a significant player in Ethiopia's oil and gas industry and a supplier of a range of services to oil and gas firms. Ashanafi is a co-owner of SAB Miller and the popular naturally carbonated mineral water brand, Ambo Mineral Water in Ethiopia. Ashanafi was a key player in one of Africa's largest private sector corporate transactions in 2016. He closed a $1.4 billion deal to buy a 40% stake in Ethiopia's national tobacco enterprise as a local partner for Japan Tobacco International in Ethiopia. He has an estimated fortune of over $1.2 billion. 10. Berhane Gebre and Family. Through his Ethiopia-based Berhane Gebre or BKK business group, which initially concentrated on selling oil seeds, nuts, and other goods, Berhane Gebre has built a fortune. Since its establishment in 2005, the business has expanded into a significant seller of agricultural commodities in Ethiopia and one of the nation's top exporters of sesame seeds. Through BK Business Group, it has recently developed into a significant corporate group in the nation. Today, the group maintains active operations in trade, transportation, construction material rentals, hotels, domestic business investments, and product and service sales in Ethiopia and abroad. Gebre has an estimated fortune of over $1.4 billion. 9. Abate Sahaya and Family. Abate Sahaya was a politician from the ruling party in Ethiopia. He had enough clout within the party due to his long tenure there. That is one of the ways he established many contacts and added significantly to the national economy. Additionally, he had made investments in a number of company areas that have made it easier for him to generate money. At the time of his passing, he had an estimated net worth of $1.5 billion thanks to the company's shares. He had a lot of clout in the nation. According to the Ethiopian government, Abe went missing in action in the ongoing Tigray War by the Ethiopian National Defense Forces under the command of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed on 13 January 2021. 2 other Tigray People's Liberation Front officials were killed with him. The Ethiopian government alleged that the group refused to surrender. The other 2 veteran Tigrayans killed are Asmelash Wolteselassie, who was blind and with an amputated left arm, and Siya Mesfin, Ethiopia's Minister of Foreign Affairs from 1991 until September 2010. 5 further officials were captured. Abate Sahaya had heart surgery before the war. Their families and the Tigray People's Liberation Front have since said the 3 were taken from their homes in Mekelle and executed by the Eritrean and Ethiopian military. The pictures published by Ethiopian authorities indicate a point-blank execution of the former ministers and MPs. 8. Samuel Tafase and Family. One of the most well-known business people in Ethiopia is Samuel Tafase. The 63-year-old property tycoon is at the head of Sunshine Investment Group, a building and real estate development firm that creates residential, recreational, and business properties in Ethiopia and the Middle East. Sunshine Investment Group has constructed 427 villas and 3,554 apartments in Ethiopia since its founding in 1983. This contains Addis Ababa's illustrious Marriott Executive Apartments. Sunshine has constructed 1,129 kilometers of road projects, as the company operates as a principal highway contractor to the government. The company has more than 3,000 employees. Its milestones over the past 34 years have enabled it to build a reliable capacity and exhibit practical excellence in the construction sector. Aside from founding Sunshine Investment Group, Tafase has played a seminal role in developing Ethiopia's construction sector. He has also launched other businesses and philanthropic entities under Sunshine Investment Group. With annual revenue of more than $100 million, he has an estimated net worth of $1.6 billion. 7. Siyun Mesfin and Family. Siyun was born on 25 January 1949 in Tigray, Ethiopia, as Ambe Mesfin. He was the Ethiopian ambassador to China from 2011 to 2017. He was previously in the position of Foreign Affairs Minister from 1991 to 2010. He studied international law at the University of Amsterdam. On May 2010, he was awarded a Doctorate of Letters from the Great Lakes University of Kisumu in Kenya. He was widely known as the Peacemaker, but was killed in a shootout between the Ethiopian National Defense Forces and his bodyguards as described by the Tigray People's Liberation Front. It is said that he was killed because he refused to surrender. He has been chairman of Ethiopian Airlines. His estimated worth at present is $1.8 billion. 6. Sabot Nega and Family. Within the Tigray People's Liberation Front, Sabot Nega is regarded as a magnate. In Ethiopia, he is renowned for having established a multi-billion-dollar commercial empire during the 27 years the group held control. Under the umbrella of the Multinational Endowment Fund for the Rehabilitation of Tigray, Nega was in command of the TPLF corporate empire. With the help of his TPLF business transactions and political connections, he has amassed hundreds of millions of dollars. He was once thought to be even more powerful than the late Prime Minister Hermes Zenawi. He has an estimated net worth of over $2 billion. 5. Berhane Gebre and Family. Berhane Gebre was among those who knew Mel's the tyrant and his wife, Azim Mesfin, best. He is the dictator's highly regarded apprentice, and he continues to work with Azim Mesfin as a business partner today. He participated in the diplomatic operations that the tyrant employed to launder money. Before the government was established, the dictator himself assisted in the looting of a large sum of money from the common people under the guise of taxes. His current estimated net worth is over $2.1 billion. He once served in the Tigray People's Liberation Front Politburo and was close to the dictator. He also served on the committee for the Tigray Relief Endowment Fund. Despite being close to Mel's, he was later expelled from both organizations. His current estimated net worth is around $2 billion, however. His actual value used to be significantly more. He continues to be one of the most important figures in Ethiopia today. 4. Ayab Mamo and Family. A prominent wholesale distributor of petroleum products in the Metro DC region and New York City, Capital Petroleum Group is owned by Ethiopian oil mogul Ayab Mamo, who also controls half of the city's gas stations. Mamo, who attempts to maintain a low profile, is revered as the supreme authority in the DC gas industry. He was one of the richest business people in Ethiopia in 2011, when Capital Petroleum Group was valued at $800 million and had an estimated net worth of $2.5 billion. The Ethiopian magnate and real estate developer has tendered a bid to buy a minority stake in DC United. The 6% stake would make him the latest in a slew of new minority partners that the U.S. soccer franchise has added in recent years. 3. Mel Zenawi and Family. Mel Zenawi was an Ethiopian politician and businessman born on May 9, 1955, but died on August 20, 2012 at age of 57. In the 1990s, Zenawi presided over Ethiopia as its president before taking office as its prime minister. In the 1980s, he served as the leader of both the Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front and the Tigrayan People's Liberation Front. Taking the position of Prime Minister of Ethiopia from 1995 until his death on August 2012, Zenawi was hailed as one of Africa's strongmen, introducing a multi-party political system, private press in the country, and reducing child mortality rates. He was also heavily involved in the U.S. war on terror, helping to eliminate military organizations such as Al-Qaeda. In addition, Zenawi was praised for his efforts to forge a solid bond with the African Union, which significantly boosted the continent's stance on climate change. However, his leadership was severely criticized because he was charged with violating a number of human rights laws and suppressing the freedom of the press and of expression. Zenawi passed away on August 2012 after a Brussels surgery to remove a brain tumor. According to Barack Obama, Zenawi deserves praise for his lifetime of contributions to Ethiopia's development, particularly for the underprivileged. He was worth $3 billion at the time of his passing. 2. Azim and Family. Azim is Mel's Zenawi's widow. She deserves a spot on our list. She has her own business and owns shares in various companies in Ethiopia. She also has a criminal image among the people of Ethiopia, with a name mother of corruption given to her by the people. In the biggest companies and industries, she is a stakeholder, and thus she has an estimated worth of $4 billion, combining the worth of the dictator and all that she got out of the interests of the companies. 1. Sheikh Mohamed Hussein Ali and Family. The richest businessman in Ethiopia is Mohamed Alamou, a son of a Saudi father and an Ethiopian mother. The majority of Alamoudi's wealth comes from closely held businesses in Sweden, Saudi Arabia, and Ethiopia. Through the fully owned Petros Wade AB, the billionaire owns Svenska Petroleum, Midrock Europe, a construction and real estate company, and Preem, his most valuable asset. He also owns a 17% stake in Crunchfish AB, a Swedish technology company that develops gesture recognition. In recent times, Alamou has tightened his grip on his hotel business following the appointment of one of his sons-in-law to the board of Midrock Gold, whose portfolio includes the Sheraton hotels in Djibouti and Addis Ababa. He is estimated to be worth around $8.3 billion. The Amoudi family concludes our list of the wealthiest families in Ethiopia. There are some other very wealthy families which are struggling to keep a low profile. What do you guys think about all the politicians on our list today? I think it's safe to say you're better off being a politician in Ethiopia than a businessman or venture capitalist. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and please remember to hit that like button and also subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you in another video.